And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video, as always, we are here to bring you up to date with all of the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. And actually, we have got some massive Liverpool transfer news for you, which we'll be discussing in detail a little bit later. Not speculation, is concrete information, which we'll discuss as stated a little bit later on. But there is also a bit of news with regards to contracts, and Liverpool reportedly have finalised their latest intake of the first year scholars for the 2024-2025 campaign, with 10 players signing their first deals, including Djibril Cissé's 16-year-old son. The Reds are heading into a new campaign, and it comes a fresh roll call of youngsters set up to compete in the under-18 ranks. Last season, 3 of the club's 12 first-year scholars went on to train with the first team, with Carter Pinnington, Cornel Miscure and Kieran Morrison catching the eye. Ahead of the 2024-2025 season, Liverpool have seen 10 youngsters put pen to paper, including Prince Kobe Cisse, 16-year-old son to former Red striker, goalkeeper DJ Bernard, Ben Bailey Hall, defender DJ Esteley, Ryan Cowley, Joe Upton, Tyler Martin, Schofield Lomaney, and forwards Joe Bradshaw and Ollie O'Connor have also agreed scholarships. 7 of those players have already featured in competitive games for Mark Bridge-Wilkins's under-18s, with Bradshaw scoring 3 goals in his 9 appearances last term. The group signed their contracts at the AXA Training Centre in mid-July as they take part in pre-season ahead of the new campaign. They are expected to be joined by midfielder Alvin Ayman and winger Rio Naguma, both 16 when they complete their moves respectively from Wolves and Chelsea. It was a testing pre-season for Liverpool's under-18s so far, after 2 allegations of racism towards one of their players during a friendly tournament in Germany. Hoffenheim and Frankfurt both denied the accusations, with the young Reds then continuing their tour with a 6-0 loss to Bayern Munich's under-19s. Their first friendly of pre-season resulted in a 5-3 loss to Accrington Stanley, Bradshaw's former club, with O'Connor and Lomaney among the goal scorers. So yeah, congratulations to those obviously getting a scholarship with the football club, and 10 of those players. Now moving on to our next game, guys. Obviously we played that first pre-season friendly, that being against Real Betis, and basically whilst it is coming up, I just want to talk about everything that you kind of need to know about the game, and why Liverpool versus Arsenal and Manchester United will have a penalty shootout regardless of score. Yes, Arsenal beat Man U 2-1 in a pre-season friendly over the weekend, and Man United beat Arsenal 4-3 on penalties in pre-season friendly over the weekend, which is confusing. The match played in Los Angeles on Saturday night saw Rasmus Højlund put United ahead before Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli scored for Arsenal. Still, though, the match went to a penalty shootout, which United won 4-3. The reason for this match, plus the 2 games involving Liverpool, are part of the so-called Rivals and Red Tour in the USA, and 3 games will involve a penalty shootout regardless of the scoreline. A message to supporters at the Sophie Stadium read, "The competition rules for tonight's match call for penalty kicks expedition to be concluded regardless of the score after regulation. They will begin approximately 5 minutes after the end of the match. Please stay after the conclusion of the match regardless of the score to watch tonight penalty kicks." Have you read anything more American? But basically, yes, the match was notable for Højlund and the new signing Larry Yoro for picking up injuries for United. Liverpool will play Arsenal in Philadelphia on Wednesday evening, which is Thursday morning in the UK, and then travel to South Carolina to face Manchester United on Saturday night, which is Sunday morning in the UK. United play Real Betis before facing Arne Slot's Reds, with Erik ten Hag's side having already played Rosenborg and Glasgow Rangers prior to travelling to the United States. Liverpool versus Man United takes place at the 77,000 capacity William Bryce Stadium, and tickets are already sold out. Liverpool travelled from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia on Saturday, taking part in open training in front of supporters on Sunday, a session in which Curtis Jones missed to injury. So yes, I mean, with these instalments, it's a big payday for Liverpool and all the other clubs. That's why we're there. And I think Americans, I don't know. I mean, I suppose you guys as Americans, if there's a lot of Americans watching, I think you guys like penalty shootouts. I don't know why you guys want to see penalty shootouts, but either way, it's good practice, I suppose, for the players. But yeah, penalty shootouts is what's going to be happening. And then to the American fans, any of you guys going to any of the games whilst Liverpool are out in the United States? I know we've got a lot of subscribers from the US, so shout out to you. Are you going to any of the matches over this sort of pre-season tour? But yeah. Anyway, guys, moving on to some massive transfer news, guys, and actually this is concrete, very much so, and that is that Liverpool have rejected a £11.8 million bid for midfielder Wataru Endo, reported last night. The 13-year-old, 1-1-year-old only arrived at Anfield at the back end of last summer, signed from Stuttgart for £16.8 million after failed pursuit of Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia, both of whom signed for Chelsea instead. The Japan captain made 43 appearances in all competitions under Jurgen Klopp last season, starting 34 times. But with the new man now in charge, there have been questions over Endo's future, and he's now subject to a bid from Roberto De Zerbi's Marseille, reports the Daily Mail's Liverpool correspondent Lewis Steele. Steele writes that Liverpool are in no rush to offload the Japan captain, but there are other clubs keen. He adds that it remains to be seen whether Roberto De Zerbi's side return with a second offer. Should the French side return with an improved bid, Liverpool may well look to cash in, something that would almost certainly mean signing a new defensive midfielder this summer. Reporter David Lynch added that a number of German clubs are also interested in the midfielder, and a higher offer could tempt the Reds to sell. The reporter, being told that the club may look to sell certainly, indicates that they are willing to allow the player to leave, a player who was signed by Klopp and a former sporting director, Hoyer Schmatke, despite being aged 30. Speaking to reporters in Philadelphia on Sunday, Endo said, "It was a new challenge for me. Obviously, I always want to try and improve a lot." Asked if Arne Slot's different style of play will help his game, he hesitated before saying, "Yeah, I think so. We want to change a little bit offensively." So that's all we've got for you in terms of that sort of transfer news, guys. Endo, subject of a bid yesterday, and Liverpool reporters are stating that Liverpool would be willing to sell the player. And actually, I did a bit of a match analysis for the Real Betis game, which actually got 100,000 views, so big shout out to all of you that have seen that on Panenka LFC. But we also discussed how I think Endo really did struggle within that first pre-season match. Obviously, still pre-season, I'm probably not going to look too much into it, but certainly did struggle in that game. Yeah, it's interesting to see if he would be service to requirements under Slot. But again, that does provide murmurs that potentially we could sign a new defensive midfielder. But Liverpool fans, let me know your thoughts in regards to Endo down there in the comment section below. Would you be for or against letting him go this season? And if there's a number 6 out there, who would you want to go and sign out of the options that are available in the world? Is it Warburton for Crystal Palace? Wharton, sorry. Is it Edison from Atalanta, as stated? Let me know your thoughts on players down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. And remember to check out our summer collection. Link is down in the description, or go to combatclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Take care.